Hey everybody, last time I was here we were talking 6th edition and I was working on my tracks, but my tracks were pissing me off, so off to the side they went, where they're going. Deal with another day, and you know what, that's a good idea if you ever get frustrated with a model, mini, a game, whatever, move on to something else. Painting getting you down, build something. Building getting you down, paint something. Neither of those things working for you, play a game. Game getting you down, you don't want to paint, you don't want to build, go to the bar. But that being said, instead of doing that, I jumped back into building my truck. So far, I'm keeping the wheels, front wheels off until they're painted, but I've magnetized the other sets of wheels, so they're all ready to go. Go on like so. So yeah, they're all ready, and still spin. They're magnetized. Woo, fancy. What else have I done so far? I have magnetized the ramp, seeing as how it's an option. So it still goes up and down. And I actually added a magnet here so that it stays up. And then right now I've remove the ball. Basically, it's going to be magnetized on here simply because I'm going to use this couple thing here as well for the claw, which comes with the Battle Wagon set. But what I'm working on right now, and I didn't think about it, I had thought about doing it a different way before. And so I actually had to, I had this already glued in place. This is the regular fender here, front fender. So I had to cut that off, because what I'm working on doing right now is the reinforced ram portion, and because it is an option, it's going to be magnetized on here and then come out from below it using the other, what is essentially the other fender portion, but basically it's going to be sticking out in front of the vehicle when all is said and done, something like yay so in front of it, and it'll pop off on and off. Right, so I'm using, for these portions, I'm using some very, very, very tiny 1x1x3 magnets. So, very, 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 very tiny. You can just see it in the corner there. So you'll also notice that I've gouged this portion out. I've got to cut along the bottom here and put it in there, and that'll keep it from basically, you can push back on it right now and it'll come off. So once I put that in, I'll put another magnet on this side here, just so that'll hold it in place, and then the rest of it's going to be done slightly differently. It's funny when you start building these things and trying to come up with ways of doing the different add-ons, you eventually come up with different ways of doing things. I would think probably in future I would have it so that the magnetization is based off of which actual thing I put on there. Though I don't know that I would use this, because I know what the reinforced ram is supposed to be from. It's the old wrecking truck. A lot of these options from the Orc vehicles are from the old Gorka Morka trucks, which people used when Gorka Morka was basically discontinued and 3rd edition came out to get the trucks. It's still the same truck, and it wasn't until this new kit that the Orcs got a new truck. So in those things there was, you know, they had the wrecking ball, they had the battering ram type thing with that kit, and so that's where a lot of these add-ons for vehicles for Orcs came from, because, you know, the Games Workshop guys already had them built on their trucks. So hey, this is a great rule, let's put this in there. Some of them are okay, I'll give them credit, they work. It's nice that it doesn't matter where I actually model this boarding plank. It could be anywhere on the model, but it still doesn't, you know, if the track's the guy's coming around here, it doesn't matter if the boarding plank's on this side of the truck, I can still use the war gear. But anyways, that's you know, just touching base with you, letting you know what I'm working on. So once that battering ram's done, I'm trying to think, I will probably move on to finishing off the wrecking ball, and then I may work on the gunner, getting the options off that, because it's basically, he's a big shooter guy, but you know, you want a rocket, you gotta have a rocket. So it will be a matter of figuring out how I want to attach that. I've already cut off the ammo box from the piece, so what I guess I'll be doing is magnetizing the ammo box. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Probably 2 small circular ones so I can drill in, because otherwise it'd be a pain in the arse. Then yeah, cut off the top portion here and put a rocket portion on it. It's funny, I've had several different ideas with regards to the wrecking ball and the grabbing claw. I actually had started molding it. I had cut the ball out from the attachment portion here, and I was going to attach that to do the magnet point right there, so that, you know, just attach the ball or the claw. But when I measured it out and put it on, and I realized that the claw would basically be dragging along the ground and probably keep coming off. So that's when I changed my tune and decided this was going to be, the entire assembly was going to be the wrecking ball. So just, you know, cut it off here, and then put the magnet in here, and it'll go on and off really easily. And then I think I've come up with a good way to do the claw in there. It just means that I can't permanently attach the gunner guy. He's going to have to be removable. Yeah, it's funny, everything leads to another thing that you have to do or can or can't do. And it's one of the fun parts about dealing with, you know, trying to make something fully customizable, and especially with Orcs and all the different things you can do with them. It's not like just adding smoke launchers or a rocket launcher or, you know, another gun or something like that. There's all these really weird little add-ons. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely been an interesting ride putting this puppy together. And the instructions for it, for the most part, are pretty good, but there's a few items in there where they're not exactly clear as to what you have to do. But anyways, yeah, this is what I'm working on now, and I think I will be able to get most of it done relatively soon. And then I've been looking at stuff in regards to painting the track, because that's kind of what I want to do next is paint one of these before I move on to stripping another one. I want to paint one. So, and what I want to do is I want to do a very, you know, a rusty, battered old version, you know, of a track that's obviously been around for a while, and then the Orcs, you know, they keep it running, but it's clear that it's rusty, and it's a matter of how I want to do that. And I've been looking at a lot of pictures and videos with regards to doing rust effects, but and I mean, there's some great products out there. I don't own any of them short of brown paint and stuff like that, which I could use. That's fine, but it's not quite what I'm looking for. And a lot of the stuff, when you start looking at the model forums or YouTube videos, a lot of them deal with airbrushes. I don't have an airbrush, so I don't know how well it will turn out if I brush it on. It'll probably be fine, but still, it's unknown. But there's a lot of products out there that I'm thinking I want to get before I actually start into this, because the base coat is going to be rust. And I'm thinking of doing something like the salt technique to do chipping, and things like that. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of looking at videos with regards to the weathering and regards to looking at pictures and stuff of old rusted out vehicles. The problem is they're all built on realism and such, and chassis and stuff. But this is what I have to deal with. I mean, I could just do it brown. I mean, I could. There's no reason why I couldn't, but it just, yeah, I don't know. It just seems like there's not enough detail on this to get it to the way I want it. So, yeah, lots of research until I finally make up my mind how I want to paint them. I don't think I'm going to move on to the tracks. So I will finish this truck, and if I come up with a way of painting this bad boy, I may end up just buying something online and giving it a go. But if that's not the case, then I'll probably move on to finishing the battle wagon and the customization on that. Or I may work on finishing painting these Orc boys that I started a long time ago. And of course I put them together so I could use them, but putting them together means painting them quickly isn't an option. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to not build my Orcs next time I paint them. I didn't do that the first time I painted each piece separately and then glued them all together. Unfortunately, it meant that a lot of them broke during transport and stuff because it was paint on paint bonds. But anyways, I'm rambling, so I'm gonna let you go. Yeah, this is just an update as to what I'm working on right now. Leave a comment in the doobly-doo. Let me know what's going on, what you think. If you have any suggestions or thoughts on terms of magnetizing the truck, let me know, because hey, I'm happy to hear them. It's definitely an interesting kit, and it's a hell of a lot better than the old one. So, until next time, this is Rob from Mordaco 101.